Have you ever seen someone in their 70s or 80s who still moves with the grace of someone decades younger and wondered what their secret is? What if there were simple, everyday actions that quietly reveal whether you're aging well or heading toward preventable decline? And most importantly, could these surprising abilities be the keys to staying strong, balanced, and independent well into your later years? In a world where aging is too often associated with decline and fragility, there are individuals who seem to defy those odds, thriving physically and mentally far beyond what most expect at this stage of life. These people don't just survive, they shine. In today's video, we'll explore 5 fascinating physical and mental abilities that, if you or someone you love between 70 and 80 years old can still perform, may signal truly exceptional health and resilience. These are more than just random skills. They're hidden markers of lasting vitality. Make sure to stay with me until the very end, because these 5 insights could open your eyes to how aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean strength, clarity, and freedom. By understanding what these capabilities say about your body and brain, you may also discover exactly where you can focus your attention to maintain your independence and well-being for years to come. If you find this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. It helps me share these important messages with more people. And if you haven't yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss valuable tips that can transform how you age. If you enjoy the video, drop a comment with the number 1. If you think it could be improved, comment with a 0. Either way, I'd love to hear from you. Now let's begin with the first indicator. If you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds or more without any support, you're demonstrating far more than just balance. This seemingly simple test actually reflects a deep level of physical coordination and internal strength. It's a subtle but powerful indicator of your body's ability to stay aligned, alert, and responsive, especially important as we age. Why does this matter? Because being able to hold your balance on one leg taps into several critical systems in your body. It's not just your muscles at work. Your vestibular system, located in the inner ear, helps you detect movement and orientation. Your vision provides constant feedback about your environment, and your proprioception, that built-in sense of where your body is in space, makes adjustments in real time to keep you upright. All of these systems have to work together smoothly for a successful single-leg stand. If even one of them is out of sync, balance suffers, and that increases your risk of falls. And we all know how dangerous falls can be for seniors. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization, fractures, and loss of independence in people over 65. Maintaining this balance isn't just a party trick. It's a vital measure of how well your brain, muscles, nerves, and senses are working together. And being able to do it may just be the first sign that you're part of a very rare and remarkable group. Being able to balance on one leg isn't just about standing still. It's about your body's remarkable ability to sense, react, and stabilize in real time. When you raise one foot, something incredible happens. Your body must instantly assess how to distribute weight, adjust posture, and activate the right muscles to keep you from tipping over. And it does all this without you even thinking about it. One major player in this process is proprioception, often called the sixth sense. It's your body's natural ability to detect the position and movement of your limbs without needing to look at them. This internal guidance system works closely with your brain, constantly sending signals back and forth to help you stay upright and steady. Imagine walking in the dark and still being able to feel your way safely. Proprioception makes that possible. But that's just one part of the equation. To stay balanced on one leg, your muscles also have to pull their weight. Literally. The gluteus medius, quadriceps, calf muscles, and the deep stabilizers in your ankles and hips all work together in perfect harmony. They keep your knee from wobbling, your hip from dropping, and your posture aligned. If you've ever tried this test and found yourself swaying, it may be because one of these muscles isn't quite pulling its load. Even your core gets involved. A strong, engaged core helps you maintain alignment, prevent twisting, and stay upright with minimal effort. So, when you're holding that position for 10 seconds or more, what you're really demonstrating is muscular coordination, strength, and endurance, all essential for preventing age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. But it doesn't stop there. This simple balance test also reveals the health of your nervous system. The brain and peripheral nerves must work quickly and efficiently to process input from your eyes, ears, and muscles. Then send out precise instructions to stabilize your stance. Any breakdown, whether from medication side effects, neurological conditions, or natural aging, can slow these signals and make balance more difficult. That's why being able to perform this task suggests a nervous system that's still sharp and responsive. And perhaps most compelling of all is what the research says. A recent study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that those who could hold a single-leg stance for at least 10 seconds had a significantly lower risk of mortality compared to those who could not. It's not magic, it's science. Your ability to balance is closely tied to your overall longevity and physical independence. So, what seems like a small test actually offers a window into your strength, coordination, neurological function, and even your life expectancy. That's why this rare ability isn't just worth noticing. It's worth protecting. One particularly striking study followed individuals aged 51 to 75 over a 7-year period. What they found was eye-opening. Those who couldn't hold a single-leg stance for at least 10 seconds faced a significantly higher risk of all-cause mortality. This wasn't just a coincidence. It revealed something deeper. This seemingly simple test is a strong reflection of your overall health status, particularly when it comes to physical fitness, neurological function, and resistance to frailty. In many cases, being able to hold your balance like this into your 70s or 80s is no accident. It often points to a lifestyle that includes consistent physical activity, walking regularly, doing light strength training, or engaging in balance-centered practices like yoga or Tai Chi. These habits strengthen not only the muscles, but also the nervous system and cardiovascular health. And let's not forget the impact of good nutrition. Eating in a way that supports bone density, joint flexibility, and muscle maintenance also plays a role. For some, genetics might offer a small advantage, perhaps slowing down age-related decline. But for most, this ability is earned through years of steady movement and mindful care. In short, standing on one leg for more than 10 seconds isn't a party trick. It's a holistic snapshot of your body's health. It highlights your coordination, muscle strength, brain function, and independence. And perhaps even more importantly, it sends a strong signal that you are resilient against falls, one of the most dangerous health risks as we age. Now, let's move on to the second rare ability that speaks volumes about your vitality: the ease of tying your shoelaces or completing similar fine motor tasks without strain or discomfort. It might seem like a small thing, looping a lace, buttoning a shirt, writing with a pen, using a fork and knife, but these actions rely on an incredibly refined set of physical functions. They require the intricate coordination of small muscles in the hands, wrists, and fingers, working in harmony with your nervous system and musculoskeletal framework. As we get older, these once simple tasks can gradually become more difficult. Conditions like arthritis, neuropathy, or age-related tremors may begin to affect dexterity. Some experience a slowdown in motor processing that makes these movements less fluid, less precise. But when someone in their 70s or 80s can still tie their shoes with ease, it's more than just convenience. It's a reflection of healthy joints, strong grip, and a finely tuned nervous system. Fine motor skills depend on the flexibility and integrity of finger and wrist joints. When those joints are relatively free from inflammation, stiffness, or pain, especially in cases where arthritis hasn't taken a heavy toll. It speaks volumes about your overall joint health. The muscles involved in gripping, such as the flexors and extensors of the hand, also have to remain strong enough to perform these tasks smoothly. The ability to pinch, twist, and grip smoothly, movements we often take for granted, depends heavily on a finely tuned coordination between specific muscle groups and the nerves that control them. The intrinsic muscles of the hand, along with the flexor and extensor muscles of the forearm, must maintain enough strength and stamina to handle repetitive or sustained tasks. Whether you're buttoning a shirt or opening a jar, these muscles are doing complex work. But muscles alone aren't enough. These movements require a direct line of communication between the brain and body. The nerves that serve these muscles must fire accurately and efficiently. When that system is disrupted, perhaps due to conditions like peripheral neuropathy from diabetes, poor circulation, or neurological disorders such as Parkinson's disease, fine motor control begins to deteriorate. What's even more fascinating is that every small movement also reflects the integrity of your brain's motor control centers. Regions like the primary motor cortex, basal ganglia, and cerebellum collaborate behind the scenes to plan, refine, and execute those precise motions. Meanwhile, sensory signals from your fingers and joints constantly inform your brain, adjusting pressure, angle, and speed. When these systems remain intact, movements feel natural and fluid. Retaining the ability to do these detailed tasks isn't just about hand function, it's about preserving independence. Fine motor skills play a critical role in performing essential activities of daily living. Tasks like grooming, dressing, meal preparation, or handling medications all require a steady, coordinated hand. Once these abilities begin to slip, it can lead to frustration, diminished self-esteem, and increased reliance on caregivers or assistive tools. But on the flip side, when seniors maintain these abilities, it's a powerful signal. It means they can fully participate in their routines and hobbies, from cooking to crafting, from signing birthday cards to typing emails. It reflects confidence, capability, and control. The good news? This level of function is often the result of proactive care. Simple daily practices, like squeezing a stress ball, stretching the fingers, or rolling a soft object in the palm, can help keep those muscles active and joints mobile. Activities like knitting, playing an instrument, or even light typing provide the repetitive stimulation needed to preserve coordination and precision. Including anti-inflammatory foods in your diet, such as omega-3 fatty acids, a wide variety of fruits, and vibrant vegetables, can go a long way in supporting both joint and nerve health. When combined with the proper management of chronic conditions like diabetes or arthritis, these habits not only help reduce pain, but also prevent the kind of secondary complications that can severely impact hand strength and fine motor control. Think about it. Every effort you make to care for your body today helps protect your ability to perform even the smallest daily tasks tomorrow. At its core, the ability to carry out fine motor activities with minimal difficulty is more than just a physical skill. It's a reflection of a deeper, more comprehensive picture of your neurological and functional health. This seemingly simple ability signals that key physiological systems are intact and working in harmony. It also points to something even more valuable: the ability to continue living life on your own terms, without becoming dependent on others for your most basic needs. Being able to tie your shoelaces or prepare a meal may not seem like a grand achievement, but for those in their 70s and 80s, it's a clear marker of vitality, independence, and dignity. And for those who have maintained it, it speaks volumes about a lifetime of consistent care and the possibility of many more vibrant years ahead. If you're still watching and finding these lessons meaningful, please comment the number 1 below. It helps me know you're here with me and that this information is truly helping you. Now let's move on. 3. You can recall details from a conversation that happened yesterday. This ability might sound simple, even routine, but it's actually a strong and reliable indicator of your short-term memory's health, and by extension, your brain's overall cognitive performance. When you can vividly remember what someone said just a day ago, including the topic, the tone, specific phrases, or even what the person was wearing or where the conversation happened, you're tapping into an incredible internal system that's still running smoothly. This cognitive function hinges on several intricate processes all working in unison. From staying attentive in the moment, to mentally recording key points, and finally retrieving those memories later with clarity. It's no small feat. Your brain is processing, encoding, storing, and retrieving information in real time, and doing it with such fluidity that you might not even notice the complexity behind the scenes. At the center of all this is the hippocampus, a small but vital structure shaped like a seahorse, nestled deep in the medial temporal lobe. It plays a pivotal role in organizing and forming new memories. Working hand in hand with the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive function, organization, and decision-making, this system keeps your mental faculties sharp and your memory strong. And when you successfully recall a conversation from just yesterday, your brain is doing much more than pulling up a memory. It's navigating a detailed, multi-step journey. First, it had to be fully attentive during the interaction. Then, it encoded the information into your short-term memory, allowing it to be stored for later use. During rest or sleep, those details were consolidated into more durable memory traces. Finally, when the moment came, your brain retrieved that information with clarity. This seemingly simple act demonstrates the efficient functioning of multiple brain areas working in harmony. The prefrontal cortex handles executive functions like managing your focus and working memory, while the hippocampus ensures those new memories are stored properly. Meanwhile, the amygdala may add emotional significance, making certain moments more vivid, like how you can remember a kind word said during a difficult time. This kind of memory isn't just an academic measure of brain health. It has very real and very human value. Being able to recall recent conversations helps you stay socially connected, maintain strong relationships, and engage in deeper, more meaningful dialogue. Remembering that your friend mentioned her grandson's graduation, or that your neighbor was worried about a medical appointment, these details show you care. They build trust and bring warmth into your interactions. But the benefits don't stop there. This memory function is crucial in everyday life. From recalling a doctor's advice to remembering what groceries you need, it helps you function independently. It gives you confidence that you're on top of things and keeps you engaged in your own life without needing constant reminders or assistance. Preserving this ability into your 70s and 80s is a promising sign that your brain is still firing on all cylinders. Of course, minor lapses like forgetting where you put your glasses or struggling to recall a name happen to everyone. But when you consistently remember recent events, plans, and discussions, it points to healthy cognitive aging. On the flip side, persistent or worsening issues with short-term memory, like frequently forgetting conversations or repeating questions, can be early signs of conditions such as mild cognitive impairment, or in more advanced cases, even dementia. That's why this ability is more than just a skill. It's a signal worth noticing and nurturing. Neurodegenerative conditions such as Alzheimer's disease often begin subtly, and one of the earliest and most telling signs is the disruption of short-term memory. That's why your ability to clearly and consistently recall the details of a conversation from just the day before becomes far more than a casual skill. It becomes a meaningful benchmark of cognitive vitality. It offers a reassuring sign that your brain is still actively processing, storing, and retrieving new information efficiently, and that the delicate web of neural connections responsible for memory remains intact. This ability to remember with clarity speaks to the health of your brain's memory systems and its ongoing neuroplasticity, the remarkable capacity to adapt, learn, and reorganize itself over time. And the good news? This isn't entirely out of your hands. With the right daily practices, you can actively support and even improve your brain's ability to function and remember. It starts with regular mental stimulation. Challenging your mind with puzzles, reading books, trying out new hobbies, or simply engaging in thoughtful conversations can help strengthen the pathways that your brain uses to store and recall information. These activities act like exercise for your brain, keeping it sharp, active, and resilient. Physical movement also plays a powerful role. Aerobic exercises like walking briskly, swimming a few laps, or dancing to your favorite tune don't just help your heart. They also boost blood flow to the brain, encouraging the growth of new neurons in areas critical for memory, like the hippocampus. This process, known as neurogenesis, becomes increasingly important with age. Nutrition matters as well. A diet rich in brain-loving nutrients, such as omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory foods, can help protect your brain from oxidative stress and inflammation, two silent culprits in cognitive decline. Leafy greens, berries, walnuts, and fatty fish like salmon are more than just healthy. They're protective tools for your brain. But we can't forget the importance of sleep. It's during restful sleep that your brain consolidates memories, organizes new information, and clears out waste products that can impair thinking. Think of it as your brain's nightly housekeeping. It needs that time to stay sharp. And lastly, never underestimate the impact of social connection and emotional well-being. Maintaining close relationships, spending time with loved ones, and managing stress through mindfulness, prayer, or relaxation techniques all contribute to better memory. Chronic stress and isolation, on the other hand, have been strongly linked to memory loss and cognitive decline. In summary, your ability to recall yesterday's conversation isn't just about memory. It's a reflection of your brain's overall vitality. It reveals the strength of your neural network, the efficiency of your mental processes, and your ongoing capacity to live independently and meaningfully. By consistently choosing habits that support brain health, you're not just preserving your memory, you're protecting your quality of life. Remaining mindful of even subtle changes in your memory performance is one of the most proactive steps you can take to protect your long-term brain health. By continuing to challenge your mind and supporting it with healthy habits, you're not only preserving this vital cognitive function, but also ensuring that your mind remains agile, adaptable, and fully capable of thriving in a world that never stops changing. If you're still here with me, finding these insights helpful, please drop a comment with the number 2 below. I'd love to know you're watching and learning with me. Now let's talk about another remarkable sign of robust aging. Your ability to walk a kilometer, roughly 0.6 miles, at a moderate, steady pace without needing to stop and rest. At first glance, this might seem like a basic ability, but it actually reveals a great deal about your internal health and resilience. Being able to complete this distance without excessive fatigue or discomfort speaks volumes about your cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, joint function, and overall energy regulation. This seemingly simple task requires the harmonious coordination of several critical systems. Your cardiovascular system, especially your heart and the complex network of blood vessels, must efficiently circulate oxygen-rich blood to your working muscles while simultaneously clearing away waste products like carbon dioxide and lactic acid. When this system is running smoothly, you feel energized rather than winded. At the same time, your respiratory system, centered around the lungs, plays its own vital role. It ensures the body has a continuous exchange of gases, absorbing oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide, keeping your cells well oxygenated to meet the increasing demands of physical movement. If you've ever felt short of breath during a walk, it's this system telling you it's under strain. Then there's the musculoskeletal system, the powerhouse behind every step you take. Your legs, especially the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calf muscles, work rhythmically to move you forward. But it's not just about strength, it's also about stability. Smaller muscles in your core and even in your upper body engage to keep you balanced and upright, adjusting for uneven ground or shifts in posture. Equally important are your joints, the knees, hips, and ankles, which must remain fluid and well lubricated. These joints need to move without friction or excessive pain, supported by healthy cartilage, strong tendons, and flexible ligaments. When any part of this chain is weak or compromised, the simple act of walking can become a challenge. Behind the scenes, your body is also relying on its energy systems to sustain this activity. The aerobic energy system steps in to convert stored nutrients, mainly carbohydrates and fats, into usable energy, fueling your muscles during the walk. This metabolic process is a quiet but crucial component of endurance and vitality. Being able to walk this distance comfortably isn't just a sign of being in shape. It reflects a whole-body harmony, an integration of lungs, heart, muscles, joints, and metabolism that allows you to maintain independence and mobility well into your later years. In essence, it's one of the most powerful indicators that your body is still thriving. When you can walk a kilometer without feeling drained or sore, that's not just a casual walk. It's a powerful sign that your body is operating in sync. The absence of significant fatigue, muscle aches, or shortness of breath tells us something vital. Your systems are functioning efficiently, with minimal lactic acid buildup or other discomfort-inducing factors. This level of sustained activity isn't accidental. It reflects years of care, consistency, and movement. It's a badge of honor for a well-maintained, resilient body. Maintaining this ability is more than just impressive. It's a gateway to longevity and a high quality of life. For starters, being able to walk a kilometer with ease typically means you're maintaining a healthy weight, and that alone reduces pressure on your joints, especially your hips, knees, and ankles. Less mechanical stress translates to a lower risk of developing or worsening conditions like osteoarthritis, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome. But it doesn't stop there. Your bone density is likely in good shape too. That means a lower risk of fractures or osteoporosis, conditions that can rapidly compromise mobility and independence in older adults. Your muscles are strong and have endurance, supporting everyday tasks like going upstairs, lifting shopping bags, or keeping up with energetic grandchildren. These aren't just physical abilities, they're expressions of freedom. Even more importantly, your cardiovascular and respiratory systems are clearly working efficiently. Your heart pumps with purpose, your lungs breathe with ease, and your cells receive the oxygen they need to keep you going. This efficiency helps guard against a whole host of chronic diseases: coronary artery disease, stroke, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and even some forms of cancer like colorectal or breast cancer, all of which are more likely when we become sedentary. But walking doesn't just impact your body. The benefits ripple out into nearly every area of life. Being able to walk a kilometer without needing to rest means you're able to handle daily responsibilities independently. Need to grab a few things at the store? Visit the local market, join a friend for lunch across town. You can do all that without having to rely on someone else. This kind of mobility also keeps your social life vibrant and your emotional health strong. Whether it's joining a walking group, heading out for a peaceful hike, or simply enjoying a stroll in the park, these experiences offer more than exercise. They connect you with people, lift your mood, reduce stress, and bring a sense of belonging. Have you ever noticed how a simple walk can clear your mind or spark a good conversation? That's the quiet magic of movement. The value of being able to engage with others, whether in conversation, shared hobbies, or meaningful group activities, cannot be overstated. Many enriching experiences in our later years happen through interaction. Think about it. Collaborating on a community mural, participating in a lively book club, or simply swapping gardening tips with a neighbor. These moments offer far more than entertainment. They're vital threads in the fabric of emotional and mental well-being. As we age, one of the silent challenges that often creeps in is loneliness. It can come quietly, especially after retirement or the loss of close companions. But the truth is, social disconnection isn't just sad. It can be harmful. It contributes to mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and even cognitive decline. However, studies have consistently shown that staying socially engaged can improve mood, enhance life satisfaction, and even reduce inflammation caused by chronic stress. When you participate in group activities or share your skills with others, you're doing more than just passing the time. You're reinforcing your connection to the world around you. Whether it's mentoring someone younger, joining a community choir, or teaching others how to knit or bake, these actions foster a powerful sense of belonging. And isn't that what we all crave, even in our 70s and 80s? This approach to aging, staying involved, curious, and connected, isn't just healthy, it's inspiring. It reflects a resilient spirit and a positive mindset that says, I still have something to give, to learn, to enjoy. Rather than seeing these years as a time of slowing down, you choose to see them as a chance to deepen your wisdom, explore your passions, and continue contributing meaningfully. Whether you're diving into a new skill, revisiting an old hobby, or offering guidance to those around you, your willingness to stay engaged is a sign of vitality. It shows that you're not just existing, you're shaping your life with intention, creating a legacy of curiosity, creativity, and connection. And this legacy doesn't just uplift your own life, it inspires those around you, including younger generations. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What insight from today's video has truly stuck with you? Was there a moment that sparked a new way of thinking? Maybe something you hadn't quite considered before? More importantly, what will you do with that realization? Even the smallest shift in action can open the door to better health, deeper joy, or renewed purpose. Whether it's something you'll do for yourself or encourage in someone you care about, share it with us in the comments below. Your journey just might inspire someone else to take that first step, too. We invite you to be a part of our growing community by sharing your reflections and experiences in the comment section below. Your thoughts, no matter how small they may seem, could serve as a powerful source of encouragement and motivation for someone else walking a similar path. Sometimes, a single sentence or intention shared can spark hope or inspiration in others who may feel alone on their journey. If this video has shed light on something meaningful for you, whether it's a new insight or simply a reminder of your inner strength, we'd truly appreciate hearing about it. Let us know your biggest takeaway and one specific action you plan to take. Whether it's improving your balance, nurturing your memory, or engaging more with your community, your voice matters. And if you found value in this content, if it helped you reflect, encouraged a new habit, or gave you a sense of reassurance, please consider liking the video and sharing it with friends or family. You never know who might need to hear this message today. Finally, if you're passionate about learning how to age with vitality, independence, and dignity, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Here, we go beyond surface-level tips and dive into the science, habits, and mindset that can truly transform your experience of aging. Your support not only helps us reach more people, but also fuels our mission to deliver content that genuinely makes a difference. We look forward to reading your comments and walking alongside you in this meaningful chapter of life. Until next time, I wish you continued health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more trusted guidance on your journey.